Hi everyone, today we're going to play with fire. No, put those matches away, not that kind of fire. We're going to make some ground flame effects and firewalls that you can use in action figure dioramas, Pokemon battle displays, or you can even make a little fire to put in a dollhouse fireplace. The materials you'll need for this project are glue gun. I'm using my detail glue gun today. Glue sticks, you're going to need several. A glass object. You can either use an old picture frame or even a glass bowl. Paint. I'm using Tamiya? Hope I'm saying that right. Acrylic paints in clear red, clear orange, and clear yellow. Paintbrush, scissors, paper, pencil, ruler or T-square, and tape. Links to where you can get some of those items will be in the video description. I'm going to start off by making some lines on a piece of scrap paper that are about 1 centimeter apart. These lines are going to form a guideline that'll make it easier for me to make flames of different heights. Cut out the guidelines and tape it to the interior of your glass. Then on the opposite side of your glass, you're going to start applying the hot glue. I'm going to make the shortest section of the flames first. I apply the glue in a sweeping motion. It's almost like I'm sketching with the glue gun. I then make some sections of the flames reach up or even slightly past my guidelines, while I leave other sections shorter. I try to keep the glue thin, but one thing you have to keep in mind though, is the thinner you make your glue, the harder it's going to be to peel off the glass later on without tearing it. If you don't have any glass that you can use, you could try making this project on parchment paper, which is the stuff that you put in your oven to bake cookies on, not wax paper. The only problem with parchment paper though is that the hot glue will pull off a little bit of the residue from the paper and become a little cloudy from where it was touching it. Normally it doesn't matter, but in this case, since I'm using some clear paints, I want my glue to stay as clear as possible, so that's why I'm using the glass. I make the following sections of flames different heights using the guidelines. I think I'm going to make maybe 4 sections for this particular effect. You can use this same technique on flat glass, like this picture frame I found from Dollar Tree. Originally, I thought using the bowl would give me a nice curved shape to the hot glue flames. But it really didn't work out, because the flames are so thin, they remain flexible, and so once you peel it off the glass, there's really no difference. After you have all the flame sections completed, let the glass cool down for, I'd say, at least 20 minutes. The glue may feel cool to your fingers, but if you try to peel the glue off and it's stretching or if it's hard to remove like this section here, that means you need to let it rest a little longer. Now for the fun part, painting the flames. I usually start with yellow, but for some reason in this clip I started with red. Well, okay, let's just go with it. Anyway, I apply a very small amount of clear red paint to the highest tips of the flames. Now, I'm not going to paint every single tip, but I don't know, I guess randomly a few of them. Then the yellow gets applied to the bottom 2/3 of the flames. Next, I apply the orange between the two, and then I just use my brush to blend the 3 colors together so that there's a smooth transition and not yellow, orange, red. It's easiest to paint your flame sections now before you start to assemble them together. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below if there's any other types of fire effects or flame effects that you'd like to see besides these firewalls. I guess I have firewalls on the brain lately though, because a friend got me playing Diablo 2 again. Geez, it's been like, I don't know, maybe 10 years since I last played it. Anyway, I like playing the sorceress on that game and setting things on fire with a firewall spell. If you're curious about the gameplay and you like that sort of thing, you could check out the highlights on my friend's new channel called Dodgy Clan here on YouTube, or follow the live streams on Twitch. Just don't expect too much. The 3 of us are completely mediocre gamers, but we have a lot of fun. After the paint is dry, I'm going to put a line of hot glue on my glass. I place the shortest flames on the top of the line and hold it there until the glue cools. Then I place a line or 2 of hot glue behind the flame section on the glass, and that's going to create some space before I put down the next section of flames. Next, I stick the next shortest piece of flames down. I'm going to stagger these flames a bit, but you can line yours up straight if you'd like. I continue this pattern until I have all the sections glued down. You can make your effect be curved by just making your first line of glue curved and then having the remaining sections follow that. Let the glue cool and then peel up the effect. I think if I make this again though, I'm not going to leave quite as much space between the flame sections. I use my scissors to trim off any pieces of the glue base that are sticking out too much. Then I go back with my yellow paint and cover the glue base. And after the paint's dry, you're done. But before you go, I have some photos to share from viewers like you who gave my previous projects a try. First up is Alfonso101482 from Instagram, who used my hood guide to make his own hood for his grifter figure. Nicely done! Then Dale Dorsey created the spider sense effect for Spidey. And it looks like Spidey's gonna need it. I really love your display too, Dale. Jose Calero made a custom fabric cape for Scarlet Witch. The plastic cape that Scarlet Witch comes with is nicely sculpted, but it's so heavy it makes it impossible for her to stand. Well, at least for me anyway. So Jose's modification is a nice improvement. Then finally is Matt's lightning for Thor. Fun stuff. And dare I say, this last photo is shocking. That's a terrible pun, but very nice effects, Matt. If you want to make any of these projects, check out my Crafting for Action Figures and Other Toys playlist for instructions. Also, if you've given any of my projects a try, I'd love to see your photos too. And if you'd like for me to share your photos, you have to say that I have your permission to share and what name or nickname I should say for you. And I guess that's it for now. I hope to see you later, and thanks for watching.